Okay, so for today's improvement, I have our office supply area here, and you can see that it has a sign. But if we zoom out a little bit, you can also see that our office supply area is now in a occupied office space, and that's just not ideal for managing these supplies and making sure that everyone has access to them when they need them, and letting the person who works here work uninterrupted without people getting in there. Another thing is that this sign is actually out of date. So there is no more Kanban folder on the side of the mail package desk. And so holding the rope tight means updating our signage or changing our standard as our needs change or as our awareness changes. So we'll see how it looks. Okay, so here is the first part of the after. We have the shelf where the supplies used to be, which is now empty, and the person using the office can use that space if they need it. We've moved a few things, so there's still hole punchers that are up there, and actually right next to our heavy duty stapler, we put the heavy duty staples because that's the only stapler that uses that, so just makes sense, that's where it goes. Another thing I still haven't quite finalized, but we have a stamp that says faxed, and usually the time when you need a fax stamp is when you fax things. So I put it by the fax machine, so then no matter who's in here, you can use that fax stamp if you fax something. Okay, so here's the rest of the improvements. So we have an office supply drawer with its own new sign, lists what is in the drawer for supplies as well as for office tools. And if you open this up, I think there's still lots of room for improvement, but I used the dividers and stuff I had for now. So you can see various office supplies neatly separated, and there's an excess inventory of some of the items, so that's its own problem. But just generally more accessible to the entire office. It's not in a closed door room where somebody might be. No matter where you work in the space, it's kind of central to it. So it's going to be a little improvement.